Hello and welcome here. The growing conflict between Rhaenyra Targaryen and Alicent Hightower finally broke out in Driftmark, widening the rift between the two characters and establishing the stage for the forthcoming civil war that the showrunners have promised. It took 7 episodes and a 10-year time jump for this to happen. The Queen's schemes up to this point had focused on grooming her sons for the throne, disseminating false information about Rhaenyra's descendants, and unintentionally sparking the raging massacre of House Strong. But when Prince Aemond lost an eye as a consequence of a genuinely vicious struggle between Rhaenyra, Alicent, and Daemon's respective offspring over the claiming of Vihagar, Alicent became enraged and started acting more forcefully. In a fit of wrath, she sought to avenge the young Prince Lucerys by grabbing the knife visories usually kept by his side. She then attempted to stab the princess until Rhaenyra blocked her way, finally slashing her forearm before giving up and letting the dagger crash to the ground. Rhaenyra joins a litany of Game of Thrones characters, including Bran Stark, Catelyn Stark, Petyr Baelish, and the Night King, making it a terrible occasion for Alicent as well as the first time she lost her composure in public. She is the most recent Westerosi figure to be harmed by the Catspaw Dagger, a plot device and blade made of Valyrian steel that is well known among fans. So the question is, what is the Catspaw Dagger? This dagger was originally introduced to us in Season 1 of Game of Thrones, when an assassin attempted to kill Bran Stark when he was in a coma as a result of Jaime Lannister pushing him from the tower. While defending Bran, his mother, Cat Stark, sustained severe wounds on her hands. Some of Season 1's most significant scenes arise from the dagger's origins and the query of who dispatched the Catspaw to assassinate Bran. The initial war between the Starks and Lannisters, which develops into the War of the Five Kings following the deaths of Robert Baratheon and Ned Stark, is set off by Cat's detention of Tyrion, whom she suspects of being responsible for the murder attempt. After Littlefinger gives Bran the dagger at Winterfell, who then gives it to his sister Arya, we don't see the weapon again until the 7th season. When Tyrion is shown to be the owner of the dagger, it follows that he sent the assassin, notwithstanding Littlefinger's first deception that the blade belonged to Tyrion. Then Arya kills Littlefinger with the knife. As it had been previously established that Valyrian Steel and dragonglass were the only 2 items to which White Walkers are vulnerable, Arya continues to carry the blade for the remainder of the series and ultimately rescues Westeros by stabbing the Night King. Arya is shown setting sail to explore the Sunset Sea while carrying the blade at her belt in the season finale The Iron Throne. That ended the matter. Up until House of the Dragon transported us over 200 years into the past and showed us the Targaryen dynasty at its pinnacle of power prior to the Dance of the Dragons. After designating his daughter Rhaenyra as his successor, Viserys tells her the history of the dagger, explaining that it formerly belonged to their ancestor Aenar Targaryen, who brought the family to Dragonstone before the doom of Valyria, though its origins go far earlier. The prophecy that reads, "From my blood will come the prince that was promised, and his will be the song of ice and fire," was hidden in the blade when Aenar gave it to his son Aegon the Conqueror. Aegon then gave this order to the last Valyrian pyromancers. Of course, viewers are aware that it would take over 2 centuries for Aegon's prophecy to come true and will feature a hugely disappointing end for the last remaining Targaryen. But considering the Catspaw Dagger's pivotal role in both beginning and ending a war in the original series, its frequent appearance in House of the Dragon is a very effective method to hint to the future Dance of the Dragons. Uncertainty exists around whether or not next episodes of the program will detail just how Littlefinger came into possession of the Valyrian steel knife from the side of the king. But it's amusing to consider that the Queen of the Seven Kingdoms attempted to stab her former best friend long before Arya used that slick 2-handed move on the Night King. Please like this video and subscribe to my channel. See you soon.